Hello my friend, it's Pat Sloan here for my daily video, and I'm running it on the morning for this Monday, Memorial Day. Here in the United States, Memorial Day is the day that we honor those that we have lost during a war. And we honor in our family my mother-in-law's youngest brother, Jesse. Jesse fought and lost his life in World War II, and this was a long time ago. It was before Greg's parents even met. But it's interesting enough that Greg's father was also in World War II. He's a bit older than his mom, and they were actually in the same theater at the same time. So we honor Jesse today in our family. And I would love if you would share a patriotic quilt today over in our group, Quilt Along with Pat Sloan. I have put up my flag quilt, which is a free pattern you can get off of my website. I will link it down below. While you're there, hit that subscribe button. If you're in another country and you have a tradition of celebrating or honoring rather your war heroes, your ones who have lost their lives, if you would like to share with us, we would love to hear it and honor your family and your friends as well. It is also sort of the unofficial kickoff of summer. So it's a 3-day weekend for most people here, and they will often take their first vacation of the summer. This is a really fun time of the year to feel like, summer's here. Although, look what I'm wearing, long sleeves and a scarf because it's cold while I'm taping this. It's rainy and cold. It's like we actually went out this morning before I taped this to the flower center, and it was, you know, rainy and cold. We had raincoat on and, you know, hood up, and it's like, oh well, it'll go away soon. It'll be a nice warm summer. Now, before we go any further, tell you I got my hair cut. Some of you saw this already because I posted it everywhere. Because I'm so darn excited. I got rid of all of the old stuff, the stuff that I couldn't get a hold of in the back. I didn't really know how to cut the back very well. So we have a new salon that's replacing the one that had been there. The one that had been there closed right away. The owner, like when COVID happened, he just had decided he didn't want that business anymore and shut it down, even though there was no problem with the business. He was moving on to other things. So because of the pandemic, he shut. And that meant it took a while till some other business, because of the pandemic, decided to open a salon there. And I still wanted to go to the same spot because it's in my plaza I can walk to. So I'm very lucky that some of the ladies came back, and I have Tam, who is doing my hair. And so she took photos, which I'll show you. She did the back. It's really short. I gotta chop it off. So, but she did a really nice job. Here are some pictures that she did of my haircut. So this feels really good to get that done. So on Mondays we are going to do our wreath sew along. We're going to make, a lot of us will be making a patriotic wreath, me included, but you can make any kind of wreath. You could just make a summery wreath, or if you want to make some other color to give as a gift down the road. So I have gone ahead and done the first bow tie, which is the bow. So that's the bow on the wreath. And I'm going to use the same fabric on the outside, at the outside around the wreath, and in the middle of the wreath. Now, if I wanted to use a different fabric in the middle, we talked about that a little bit on the other video, I would just make one side, which would be the inside, would be a different fabric. And then this would be what's going to go around the outside. So I've got all of my fabrics here. I'm going to be cutting up the rest and getting some more bow ties done. This is a very fast project, but we'll still probably take the next 2 Mondays and talk about it so that enough people can sort of jump in and join this. It is a free pattern, so you just go ahead and download it at those links below. Everything's below, and they're also over at my website, so you can get it over there. I am excited because I have like this screw in my front door, so I'm going to put a hanging rod and then a ribbon with a dowel rod in the hanging sleeve. I'll put a dowel rod with a little ribbon, and I'm going to hang it on my front door. I could use command strips too, but I think I'm going to do the little hanging thing. But I could actually do, from that fabric I have, I could probably do 2 of these. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll give a gift to surprise somebody in my family, or a friend, and send it off as a gift. Say, here you go. Guess what? I made you something. We have, drum roll, the June calendar. Yes, I got the June calendar done. I still don't have a color printer, so I will show you my June calendar in black and white. So you can go ahead from the link below, which is my website article today, or over at my I Love to Make Quilts, the Sew Along website, there's a calendar page where you can get the past calendars, and some of them had some sew along patterns like the stay at home and things like that that are also linked there. So I have fun things on here. Plus I updated the future sew alongs. So all of them are listed now except for one that the Fat Quarter Shop is doing in July, which is still a mystery. They haven't announced what it is yet. And there are like 3 of them with no start dates. And so I've put iffy, like generalized, we hope to start around here because we just don't know. Like the Bats and Boo, that one, they're still waiting, but they said like mid-June. So I actually put it on, I put it on here. I put the Bats and Boo on here, but it might change if the fabric doesn't come in. So the I have a project page now for the Woodland Wonderland, and you got an email on it on Saturday because I accidentally made it a blog post instead of a page. So I had to go make the page, but well, there you got another email from me on Saturday. And there are 2 other ones that have been on the list last month that I didn't name them, and I will now because I'm still waiting for fabric. But this one, the Basket of Bloom, from my friend Joanna Figueroa, who is also the designer for this one. But this has a cute little kit, but this also a pattern, so you don't need the kit if you want to just use your own fabric. Because I want to do a few things that are like this, where they're multiple, like weeks of sampler style, and then I want to do over the course of the year and into next year, do a few more that are just one quilt like this, where it's, not too big. And then we'll also do, which I'm not listing on here, things like a block a month, like whenever those will happen, I'll tell you the month before. But like we won't do one in June because June I need a break because there's just a lot going on. But probably, maybe in August or something, who knows, we'll do that again. So this is another one that we will have a sew along for. And my friend from Melissa, the polka dot chair, no pink, the polka dot chair. She has the spooky sampler, and here's a picture of the spooky sampler, and that is another one that we'll do a sew along. You can buy the pattern or there'll be a kit available. Her fabric is so darn cute. It is just adorable. I just love the sampler. You know me, I love samplers. They're just fun to be able to do just a few of several blocks. You don't have to do like the same block over and over, so they're a lot of fun. And one more thing, I'll just tell you, and I have information there for it too. They don't all have project pages yet. I'm working on that, but they're listed. For the book, for the holiday celebrations book, yeah, that one I should know the title of. I will do a sew along with this, and I said starting in September 13th, we will do a sampler from the book. I am going to create a unique layout with blocks from the book, so you're not making whole quilts, and I will toss in a few extra blocks, bonus blocks, and the sampler will be called Happy Everything. So that'd be the Happy Everything quilt along. I don't know, years ago, there was a embroidery sampler called Happy Everything, and it was like Valentine's Day, shamrock for St. Patrick's Day, bunnies for Easter, like all of these holidays all done in one sampler, and it was called Happy Everything. So I thought that's exactly what this book is all the celebrations. So we're going to be taking a block from different of quilts and projects in here, and they will be used in a sampler, so you'll get a chance to try out the block. You might then want to make the whole quilt or the whole project, and if you decide you don't want to do the sampler, but you might want to do some of the projects that month, so while we're going through this, you might say, okay, that week is the carrot table runner. Well, I really want to do the carrot table runner, so I'll make the runner that week. So it gives you a way to make either the whole project, or if you want to just do little parts of it and do the sampler. Now I have to, it's in September, later in September, because I have to do the layout for this, all of that still has to come. But I am so excited for Happy Everything. because I don't even know what fabric I want to do it in. I have to think about that because I don't want the quilt to be all crazy colors. Like I don't want it to be, you know, Christmas and Easter all in this, you know, novelty print kind of stuff. So mine will probably be done with a fabric line or something, you know, a cohesive, maybe even something different. Like I have not done a gray and yellow quilt. I've always thought that would be really cool to do. So maybe I'll do something like that, gray, yellow, and teal, you know, just something fun and different. And the last thing here on Memorial Day that we're going to talk about is my book tour kicks off. Today is the grand prize day where you can go enter. You can enter and leave. We have 2 weeks of the tour and up till the 14th of June. So you can enter anytime between then at the Martingale site for the grand prize. There will be another one over at their Instagram page. So we have 2 of them. I'm so excited and so thankful to all of my friends who have donated for the prizes, such as Benartex, Schmetz Needles, of course Martingale with my book. I have the Precision Tools, which has a wool mat. We've got Aliso irons. I have Olfa tools. I have Baby Lock notions and a tote bag. Let's see, I've got Aurifil thread, and Fat Quarter Shop has a gift certificate. So it is just so much fun. And the project page, if you want to see like all the stops on the tour, I have a project page for that at my Sew Along website. It's a busy Monday, busy. So I hope you have a fabulous day and share your patriotic quilts with us. I love you. Mwah. See you online.